In this video, we're going to be starting a new series to put together this compliance and monitoring dashboard. Some of the features of this dashboard are an upper area where at a glance you can see the compliance, either attendance or any metric you would like to track. We have green bars when the athlete has completed that task and a red bar if they have not. At the bottom, we have a readiness report that is a measurement of workload, a quick trend report for that athlete, and then conditional formatting to show the scores for that athlete. This is going to be a really useful project if you are monitoring or tracking any kind of data with your athletes. So let's get after it. Okay, so we're back. And for this video, what we're going to do is start to frame out where we will be putting our dashboard. So all I have here is a blank sheet. And the first thing that I always do is frame out the dashboard so that I know what space I'm going to have to work with. So how I like to do it is I usually like to have a space on the left-hand side, basically from A to E, where I'm going to put all of my dashboard filters, and then my dashboard is going to go from basically F to S. Okay, so let's start to do that now. Just personal preference, I like to take this first A column and resize it to about 10 pixels, and then this E column and resize it to about 10 pixels as well. And this just gives me that area where I'm going to be putting in my filters with like a one column buffer basically. The other thing I like is this top row. I just like to resize this one to 10 pixels as well. So if I just make this 10, you can see it just shrinks it down. So from there, I know that basically this first two rows and columns, I'm just going to basically put that together because that is going to be where I'll have my dashboard filters. So I'll type that in there, make it centered, and then underneath that I'm going to have basically at row 6 we'll have another area where I will have my first set of filters. We're going to call this player cards, and then my next one's going to go at 12. And I already know because I've already built this project, but this will be our data tracker. Okay, so these are the three different areas. What I'll do is I'm just going to format these now. I like to use impact font. I like when the font is white. And then we'll make the background this red color. And then maybe we'll just put like a thicker border around these. So we can use this border tool. I'll choose the thick line and then put it around each of those. And then from there, it's just a matter of sort of playing with the fonts a little bit. So we'll put them in the middle, put them right in the middle, and then I think we'll go up to about 14. No, we can go a bit bigger than that, maybe about 18 font. And then this is our space where we're going to be putting in our different filters. I'm going to just change this red color a little bit just to the lighter one underneath it. Yeah, that looks a little bit better to me. So if you remember from the intro video, I had a spot for our actual header. So that would run from basically F2 all the way to S4. And I'm going to just merge and center that. And that's going to give me the spot where I will be putting in basically dash or compliance tracker and monitoring tracker. So this is the spot where we'll put that. So let's make this sort of that red color that we had. We'll go back to impact font, white. We'll put that same border around the outside. And let's make this quite a bit bigger. And we'll put this kind of in the center. So this is going to set up the edge of our dashboard. From there, we won't really need row T. So what I'll do is I'll just resize this to be 10 again. And that sets up the bound on that side. And then I can select U. And if I hold down if I hold down Shift and Control and press all the way over, it will highlight all of the columns, and I'll just right click and delete those. So this is basically the outline of our dashboard. Now from there, what I'm going to do is start to build out the other areas. So I know that I want all of these columns to be 100 pixels. So I'll select them, right click, resize, and we'll make sure that they are 100, in which they are. And then from there, 3 of them are going to be designated to our athlete name. So I'm going to basically merge and center those. And then the rest are going to be dedicated to the dates. So I'm just going to go through and merge all of those. And then what we can do is we'll give them that same red color. And the impact font, and we will make the font white. And let's start to type in some information there. So compliance report, and I'll make that quite a bit bigger. Put it in the middle, put it in the middle, and then I will add that black border around the outside. So that's that spot. And then this will run all the way down to row 27, and I'll bring this all the way across, and I'm just going to frame that area with that black border. And I will also frame this area here because that is where we will put our names, and then the rest of this will have the dates. The other part from this is I know that we're going to have another spot at the bottom, so I'm going to just copy this whole thing and paste it one more time, and that will make up the second part of this dashboard. And then finally, along the bottom, I like to have a footer bar. So I'm going to merge and center that, and we'll give this a red text. So we'll go impact, we'll make it that red color, and we'll make it about 24, and I'll write compliance and workload quick chart. Center that in the middle. And then what we'll do is just give this a kind of a funkier border. So we'll use this double border, and we'll make it the red, and we'll put it one on top, one on the bottom. So that basically frames out our whole dashboard and allows us to start to put together all of our different metrics. The red that I chose over here, I'll actually just make it match the whole dashboard. We'll go back to the original one that we had. Now the only last thing that we need to do for this particular dashboard is there are 3 rows here. We're just going to make them a little bit smaller. So I'll take this row 51. I'm holding down control, and we'll take 28, and I'm holding down control one more time, and I'm going to right click and resize those down to 10 pixels. So that just shrinks them up. From there, let's just create the group to kind of hide all of our controls. So I'm going to select basically from D all the way across to A, and I'll go to View, Group, and I'll group those columns, and that gives me this toggle bar now where I can basically toggle those on or off. And then to clean this up one more time, we'll take from row 55, Control Shift, select all the way down to 1000, and just delete those as well. So all that we're left with now is just this dashboard that we're going to be able to kind of print on one page once we play around with the print areas. So this is where we'll start. In the next videos, what we'll start to do is put together our data as well as all the formulas and everything to make this work. So stick around for the next videos, and we will get this dashboard project completed. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.